Good morning. This is Minutes. I think this is like the first video of me like just doing whatever in like the actual like morning time. No, that's a lie. It's not. Because it's not even the morning anymore because I just woke up. As you can see, I still have on my hair stuff and I'm not dressed, so and I'm having breakfast. Even though it's not breakfast, it would be considered lunch because it's after 12 or whatever. But yeah, I was going to talk about. It wasn't going to be food. I probably am going to end up talking about food anyway, but that's not what my main focus was going to be. It was going to be something else. And this one definitely can't be long because I have to get ready for work in like another 20 minutes or so, and I have to go to the bus stop and everything. So yeah, I was thinking maybe make a quick video before I get ready for work and everything because my connection for my computer won't suck, my video won't skip, my words won't get cut out, and stuff like that. So like I said before, crappy equipment. Well, my computer is not crappy. My computer is freaking awesome. But, you know, it's not really supposed to be a recording and video device. It's supposed to be a computer. I should get more equipment for that. But I don't feel like wasting money on that. So I'll deal with what I have. What the heck was I going to talk about? Today I have work. I'm working. I thought I was working till 8. Oh, snaps. Okay. I work from 3 to 7, and it is currently 1:05 p.m. right now. And at about 1:40, no. I'm not going to the bus stop that early. Not unless I decide to walk downtown and catch the bus. But yeah. I catch the bus to work. I don't know how to drive. I don't drive. I catch rides with other people, like my best friend. Hi there. He rides me around sometimes because he's awesome. Gotta stay hydrated. Yeah. When I get to work, when I get to work, if I can get in early enough, I'm probably going to buy some stuff to snack on for my 15-minute break because it's probably not the same everywhere, but over here, if you work 5 hours or less, you only get a 15-minute break. You only get one 15-minute break. But if you work 7 hours or more, you get 2 15-hour breaks and a half hour. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather have a half an hour break compared to a 15-minute break because, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Well, no, there's not a lot of stuff you break, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could have like just cutting off your break like that because stuff happens. Like you'll stop whatever you were doing, ask to go on your break. Oh yeah, you can go on your break now. You go on your break, someone else is at the time clock before you, so you gotta wait for them to get done. That could be like a minute or two off your break. Well, no, because technically you didn't start your break yet, but you'll be waiting for them to do it, and you're just like, oh my gosh, hurry up, blah blah, all this other stuff. They finally get done. You clock out, you clock out for your break. You do that, then you're walking back to the break room to go get your stuff so that you have like something to eat, like your juice or whatever you're gonna do. And then random customers come up to you, start asking you questions. That could be 2 or 3 minutes off here. Then by the time you get back, then you got maybe like 10 minutes left. It's like, and then what do you really have time for? Me since usually when I take my breaks, I try to take them when I get hungry, because that's when my energy is like to fuel myself up with some stuff. So what I do is that usually I try to take it around the same time each time I work and everything, which is, if it's not super dead in the store, it's only like a little bit busy. There's usually at least 2 to 3 aisles that are completely empty, and there'll be customers at either end of them, but they'll be shopping around doing whatever. They wouldn't be asking you questions. So what I do is that I get off my register, lock my thing up so nobody does some dumb stuff, try to dip into my register and try to get me, oh, well, you're missing so and so amount of dollars. What's going on with that? You doing some suspicious activity? No. Somebody in here is trying to get me, and I'm not stupid enough to fall for it. So that's what that is. But anyways, I digress with that. I go clock out, tell everybody, okay, yeah, I'm going on my break, I'll be back. Walk down. I hate those things. Anyways, I clock out. I go down either aisle 5 or aisle 6. Usually aisle 6, which is like the Spanish aisle, empty. If not, it's the most populated aisle in the store. If not, this aisle 1 or over in produce at the entrance of the store. But yeah, go down there, go straight to the go straight back into the break room. I already have my keys because I have them right here on my apron, because I don't put my pockets in my keys. I put my pockets in my keys. I told you I just woke up. My brain is not, it's putting everything backwards. I don't put my keys in my pockets because trying to get all of this in a pocket, even if I'm not sitting on my pocket, it feels weird against my butt and I don't like it. So it hangs right here. That's where I'm working, because I know exactly where they are. I can always see them. I can always hear them. I know right where they are. And I got my key lock right here. So I walk in, got this out, go to my locker, unlock it, open it, put the lock back on, but I don't lock it because I'm going to be going in and out of it anyway. Open it up. I usually, because some of the time the inside of the lockers are not very clean, I line the bottom with some extra napkins, some paper towels or something, put my bottle of juice or my can of soda at the bottom, my lunchbox at the bottom, my Lunchable, whatever I bought, box of Pringles, a canister of Pringles, whatever I bought, a bag of chips, whatever. I put that at the bottom so that way when I open, I can just go in. I'm not a germaphobe, but I don't trust I don't trust the cleanliness of my coworkers. So I waste a minute or two running in and out of the bathroom with paper towels, soap and water to clean off where I'm about to put my food and also where I'm sitting down at, because I don't know where their clothes have been or where they might have been sitting, and I don't want to get that stuff on my clothes. So wipe that down, dry it off. Happy. Used to doing it now that I do all of that in under the first 3 minutes of my break, besides the minute or two that it takes me to get back into the break room. So I have at least 11 to 12 minutes left in my break for me to actually sit down and consume something. So I also kind of eat fast, which is a bad thing because, I mean, you're not supposed to rush when you eat, but it happens. But yeah, I sit down, open my stuff, start eating it, thinking about whatever I'm gonna do. Usually I'll usually start out thinking about what I'm gonna do when I get back up front, and then it usually gets pushed to the side because my brain's like, food, food, and I'm just like, yeah, food. This is so good. I wish I could have ate this earlier. I wish I had more time to enjoy this. food. And I'm just like that for like the whole rest of my break. And I look back at the clock, see I got like 2 minutes left. I'm like, ugh, now I gotta go back up there. I don't want to. Do I have to? I don't want to sit there and complain for like another minute. Throw away the stuff I was back in my locker, take the lock off, put the lock back on, lock it, make sure I got my keys and I didn't accidentally lock them in there, which has never happened, and I hopefully it doesn't happen. But I know someone else there has the same lock as me, so the keys would work either way. And it's somebody I'm cool with, so I know if I ask them, they do that for me or whatever. But yeah, do that, go back up, and then I just finish my break. And what else? I don't know. I'm hungry. These are so good. I haven't had these Nissan cup noodles in like the longest. I just bought like a bunch of them a few days ago. Yeah, literally a few days ago. This is like the third cup I've had since I bought more of them. I miss the taste of these. These are so freaking good, man. That's another thing I could rant about. Freaking Nissan cup. Those are delicious imported noodles. Like those are bang. These are banging. These are banging. I do not care. That's cup noodles. What are you trying to get all extra serious for? Let's not even go there. Because there are other people that go way harder than I do when it comes to food. Especially some stuff that I think they don't need to be super serious about. But we're not going to get into that because I don't really care. I'm just talking about how delicious my noodles are because they're freaking good and I'm hungry. That's what that is. But Nissan cup noodles, I've always liked those over any other like name brand like noodle thing. Like the Maruchan noodles are the hood noodles, the bootleg noodles. Those are for the poor people. I don't eat those. I eat the Nissan cup noodles because they're awesome. I eat the Nissan ramen noodles because they're freaking awesome. I love them. I have the square packs of the Nissan brand noodles, and I have the Nissan cup noodles. Much more than soup. Yeah. Can't really rant about that very long because, I mean, not a whole bunch to say. Sorry. You're probably eating watching this, so just, I can't be making you hungry because it's not like you're seeing everything, so. Don't try to blame your lack of food on me. It's not my fault. It's your fault. Ow. Oh my gosh. Feels so good in my neck. What else? I'm tired still. Yeah. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna dabble in this subject for a second. Because, I mean, it's a semi-serious subject, but at the same time, it is, but then it's not. Because it's just like they said, the older it is, but I mean, some people really need a refresher course on what beauty actually is, because I think some of these tricks are freaking confused. I mean, seriously. Can you partially see the design on this bottle here, on this fragrance bottle I got? Tricks be walking around barely dressed like that, trying to pass himself off as beautiful. Really? Is that what's good now? Is that what's good? You hop all over that, so I guess that is what's good. I guess I'm what's bad because I don't do that. When I leave my house, I'm fully clothed. There might be rare occasions where you do see a little bit more than my collarbone. There might be rare occasions where you see more of my legs than usual. There might be occasions where you see more of my arms than usual. One, because it's freaking hot, and two, cool looking shirts that I want to show off that I feel comfy in. So, excuse me. Yeah, I don't know what's up with these females. Probably because they were raised wrong, or their brains are just really, really out of whack. One of the two. But I mean, they really need to wake up. I mean, as an artist, I could say this, but then at the same time, I can't. Appearance is. I mean, when it comes to being an artist, sometimes it can be everything, and other times it can't be. I mean, some artists are extremely handsome or extremely beautiful, or they make themselves up to be that way to match what they dish out as an artist, to match what they put out into the world, to pump up how people see them without their art. Like, oh, I here, or that portfolio I saw in the museum by Arnold DeGuillermo, or just random names I'm throwing out there. But I wonder what the person actually looks like that made this, and then they look at the picture and they're like, this person made that, they're not very good looking, or they're not very pretty, or they're all this other stuff. It doesn't matter what they look like, how pretty they are, how well they dress. That type of thing doesn't matter. That's not what's making them famous. That's not what's making them money. What's making them money is what they are creating. Doesn't matter what the heck they look like. I mean, some of the smartest people that we've ever had in history weren't super handsome people like freaking Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, or Wiz Khalifa. Some of these other people that are just like, yeah, appearance is everything. You gotta have this worked on, you gotta have this worked on, you gotta have these worked on, you gotta have your eyebrows trimmed like toothpicks, your hair has to be down to your ankles, everything has to be shaved, you have to be this tall, you have to be this and that. That sounds like a lot of money you're wasting right there. I'd rather stay cheap and be ugly, because that just sounds like a whole hot thing I'm not even trying. I can be beautiful without having to waste a lot of money and not having to put in a lot of effort. Other chicks literally break their backs so that other people will think that they're beautiful. You don't have to. You're doing it for them. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a time where you thought you were beautiful before you started caring about what these other people even thought. Before you even attempted to think about what other people thought about you, you thought you were pretty, you thought you were beautiful. Me, I tried not to care about what people said about, because I mean, that's up to me. I look how I look because of what I do. If my hair isn't done, that's something I'm doing. Nobody else is doing that for me. If I'm dressed like a dude and you can't really tell what my gender is because you can't see my feminine features, that's something I'm doing. I wouldn't really care less if you thought I was a dude or a female, because I know what I am. I know I'm not a male. I'm a female. If you think I'm a male because you can't see my feminine features, Okay, think that. I don't care. It's happened a few times. It's happened in school. It's happened out of school. It's happened on the public. It's happened on the public bus. So what? I mean, it happens. I mean, for real, for real. Nowadays, it's kind of hard to tell which is which, anyways, because you got females getting all super beefy, trying to make their voices all extra deep, getting all these tattoos and dressing like men and stuff like that. Be like, yeah, I'm a female. Excuse me? What did you just say? My name's Trisha. What's up? Did you just say your name is Trisha? Do you mean Tristan? You don't look like a female to me. What you trying to say? That's disrespectful. I am a female. I think you might wanna. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. I was a tomboy when I was younger. I didn't care about dressing feminine. I couldn't care less about doing all that because all I knew back then is that got me looks by people that made me feel uncomfortable, that got me attention that I didn't want, and two, it attracted people around me that I didn't want to be around. So when I was younger, I had this thing. If I don't show off anything, nobody will mess with me, nobody will talk to me, everybody will leave me alone. That was me being under the radar. Being under the radar to me when I was younger meant nobody messes with me. Nobody wants to know what I'm doing. Nobody cares about what I'm doing. It's just me by myself. Nobody, like everybody's pretty much, which I'm cool with because I don't really like being around others. I'm not antisocial, but I just, it's weird. I'm antisocial, but I'm not antisocial, but then I am at the same time. I do talk to other people, but then I don't talk to other people. It's like a little bit of both. I don't talk to people, but I do, but it's not very often. I like to meet new people, but yet I don't want to talk to new people. It's like half and half with that. Sorry, still hungry. I think that was only like what, my maybe third or fourth forkful, but yeah. I have I've decided since I'm getting older that maybe I should develop a little bit more of like a feminine appearance. It isn't because of anybody else. It's just because I've changed my way of thinking. I can look like some 12-year-old little boy if I wanted to, or I could look like an educated, physically attractive female if I wanted to. That's my age that nobody can ever guess for whatever reason. Oh, how old are you? Oh, I'm 20. Really? You look like you're like 13, like you're like 15, blah, blah. I mean, it happens. I mean, it's just. I'm trying to look through my pictures really quick. Because I have pictures of me that look completely different. Like, I have pictures of me when I'm not trying to be pretty, pictures when I'm just doing whatever with whatever I'm wearing, or pictures where I may or may not be trying a tiny bit hard to look a little bit pretty. Like last week, was it last week? It was last week. It was after I washed my hair. I took some selfies. I was being goofy. I took pictures. I was planning on going out, hanging with some friends. So I greased up my lips a little bit, fixed up my face, no makeup. I don't do makeup because I just don't. There's only one time, no, two times actually, in my life where I actually wore makeup. Was for last year's Halloween costume and also prom of last year for school, which was against my will. I didn't want makeup, but I had no control over that. So, yeah. But yeah. I'm trying to figure out which one is the best looking. I guess you could say this one. This is a picture of me, if you can kind of see it. That is a picture of me being pretty. Can't really see it all that well, but yeah. That's me being pretty. I greased up my lips, added some earrings, pushed my hair back a little bit. Yeah. There's that. I have pictures when I was hanging out with my girls. I was hanging out with my best friend and my little cousin slash little sister. We were just out having fun. The three of us were just having a lot of fun. I didn't really care. My hair was just like whatever. I was wearing my one pink Domo shirt that I have. We were having fun. I didn't really care. They didn't care. We were having fun. From here over, well, from here over is my best friend Jenny, me in the middle, and then my cousin B over here. These two are awesome. I was kind of fearful when I was arranging the whole thing because I didn't know if they get along or not. They did. They kicked it off very well, a little too well, because they started picking on me because they both know me really, really well. And it's like, oh yeah, so and so does all this dumb stuff. Oh yeah, I know. I've been dealing with her for years and blah blah blah. I'm like, really though? Y'all really gonna do me like this? And they just started picking on me, hurt my feelings. But we did a whole bunch of fun stuff. We had fun. Now I have pictures of me taking random selfies in my best friend's car because I'm a dork. And he was chatting with his other best friend. And that was when I got some new stuff that I ordered. I ordered some new skull candies. I was feeling those because I love skull candies. Skull candies are freaking awesome. I'm random. And I don't do duck faces very often. I do, well, no, I don't do duck faces at all. I do kissy faces, but they're sort of the same thing. Oh, not that one. Oh. Yeah. I'm very random with my pictures, so yeah. And then I have other pictures of when I had my hair done, where I was just like doing stuff. Yeah, like this was after, I think this was the day I was planning on going to the carnival, where I was going by myself, the prices and everything, because I was planning on going back with some friends and everything. So, matter of fact, the first day I went with a coworker of mine, and me not going out with other people very often, I felt a little. I was like, yeah, I guess I'll dress up a tiny bit. So I went out, got my hair done, threw on a new outfit I bought, and that's what happened. Got my hair curled up, put on my new shirt. When yeah. Shut up, fool. I mean, I could just go out of my way to look at time if I really wanted to. But first of all, that's way too much effort on my part. Two, it's easier to just do whatever because it is, and it doesn't require a lot of effort. And three, I prefer to just do whatever because to look attractive for real is just too much work. So I'd rather not. Sometimes it just happens on an accident, and I don't even mean for it to be like that, but it does. Like this is an old picture from like earlier this year when I got my hair trimmed, and I just got home and I was taking random pictures. I took a lot more, but I ended up deleting a lot of them because I didn't like the way they looked. And this is before I got my new glasses. So these are my old glasses, and that was when I got my hair trimmed. You can see like where it is a little bit, I guess. Can't really see it because my skin is so freaking glossy, it messes up the picture. But yeah, I have oily skin. Don't judge me. Trying to find more pictures. These were pictures from my birthday that I took of myself because I put it in everything. It was still kind of cold out, but I didn't just go out with this because it was like 30 outside, so this wasn't gonna work. I mean, like, yeah. Ignore that. I was wearing lipstick. A lot of my friends are all like, "Oh, what? Man, black lipstick doesn't look good on you." All this other stuff. I think any type of black looks really good on me. And it's not like I go out of my way to wear black all the time. It just looks really good on me. Like this right here. This is one of my favorite pictures because got some Pocky, got my my earmuffs, my scarf gloves, which is like this thing. It's like a hoodie with a scarf, and it has like little gloves attached at the your hands in there. That was so freaking useful. That was like the best freaking that I ever wasted on something. This is another picture of me just like doing whatever. Also, before I got my new glasses, this is earlier in the year. I was wearing my panda headband plushie that I saw at my bookstore. This is me after I got my hair done. It's not a duck face because you can clearly see it's kiss face. But yeah, got my hair curled, making a cutesy face. And me just being random, being goofy. Because I can. And it's fun being like that, so yeah. I mean, I have my moments where I kind of sort of over exaggerate how pretty I look. But it's only to make myself feel better because it's not like I'm trying to put other people down, like, oh yeah. And like, I'm so hot, I look way better than you, your best friend, and her best friend. It's not like I'm going all extra hard like that because there's no need to be trying to be all like that. And two, I don't really care to try to outdo people with looks. I outdo most people that live in this city, and it doesn't even have anything to do with looks. It's straight up intelligence and freaking involvement and like other things that these basic people don't even know anything about. And it's just that by itself. It doesn't even have to have anything to do with looks, and I outdo these people. Like, seriously. I'm constantly told that I'm an intelligent young woman, that I'm going stuff. Why am I going places? First of all, because I'm not pregnant. Two, I'm not addicted to some stupid stuff that's going to end up killing me later on in life. Three, I'm not involved with stupid people. Four, I freaking know better. Five, I was raised correctly by a good enough parent. Six, I know way too much doing some dumb stuff. Seven, I tend to deflect stuff that is harmful to me, which keeps me away from the stupid stuff. 8, I know way too much about what goes on in the city to be able to fall for anybody's stupid mind games, or anybody thinks that they're smart enough to try to catch me slipping and try to get me with some dumb stuff. So that's not gonna work. 9, I don't mess with the people in my city very often because they're not about anything that's going to benefit me in any type of way. So I tend to stay away from them. In 10, I have way too many other things I could be doing besides being involved with them because they are nothing but bad influences. Oh, your city's dangerous. Oh, these people are blah, 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 and this and that. Oh, I know. No, that's why I don't mess with them. I stay to myself all the time because those aren't loyal. I don't have any hoes, but still, those people are hoes to me and they're not loyal. If anything, somebody is being attacked or something like that, even if it's like directly outside of my house, I would try to step in and do something. Why? Because I'm a good person. I don't like seeing other people being victimized. And 3, I cannot tend to hear or see other people crying. I just can't. Especially when I'm at work and I hear people's children screaming and crying. It personally makes me upset because I'm wondering, why is this child sad? Why is this child in pain? And why isn't their parent doing anything? A lot of the time, it's because the parents are like, oh, you're just crying, making a scene. Or maybe you aren't giving your child enough attention because you're on your phone or you're doing some other dumb stuff. Give your child some attention. They probably want it because you don't give them enough of it because you're doing whatever else. But we're not going to get into that. I am going to dabble a little bit in if I had children. With kids, me, like it's like half and half, sort of. If my sister is saying this, I'm gonna be like, no, this is a lie. She doesn't like kids, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. I do like kids, but I prefer well-behaved kids. My nieces and nephews are very belligerent, but I love them to death. They're just extremely stressful to be around. Extremely stressful to be around. My older nieces and nephews, I messes with them because they know how to listen. 2, they love me enough to listen. And 3, they don't talk back. And if they do, they're just playing around and I will beat them up. Love you guys. But yeah, there's that. My children, they will be well behaved. They will be respectful. They will be modest. They are not going to be walking around trying to sell kids. They're not going to be like, oh yeah, we just copped the new J's. We went to Old Navy. We went to all these other places. Yeah, my mom bought me all this. My mom just bought me a PS6. And that didn't even come out over here yet. We already got that. Oh yeah, we getting all the new games that's coming out for the next 3 months if I keep my grades up. They will be stunting on other people when they're stunting on other people with their grades. My kids will get spoiled if I see them working hard for it. If I'm not going to be like a tiger mom and be leaning over my kids' shoulders like, you better be getting those A's. Nothing but A's. Don't bring home no B minuses, no B pluses, no C's, no D's, F's. Doing that stresses your kids out more than you just telling them to do their best. My dad wanted me to get all A's. I tried to get all my A's. It just didn't happen all the time. It did happen because it came a little bit easier for me, but other times it just didn't because there are subjects that I'm not good at, like math. Freaking hate math. But anyways, we're not gonna get into that because that is a whole different thing by itself. Just the memories flooding back. Get out of here. No. Get out of here. No. Yeah. I want my kids to do their best and I want them to be good at stuff. I'm not gonna be one of those parents that are gonna involve my kids in a bunch of stuff just because I want them to have a whole bunch of exposure. I might expose them to a few things like things that I was exposed to when I was younger. Like I'll try to get both of my kids into art, into writing, maybe a little bit, maybe modeling. But I'm probably going to change my mind later on because you know how people think of models. Oh yeah, models got to be beautiful all the time, isn't that? There is more to life than just looking good. Swear to goodness. Some people make money looking good, and that's what their job is. So they try to do it even for it. But I mean, I don't want my daughter or my son end up just being looking good is all that matters. It doesn't care if you have all this other stuff. Like you got to have the best of everything so that everybody likes you. The last thing I want for them to be caring about is what other people think. Because those people aren't going to be paying for your college. They're not going to be buying you books. They're not going to be the ones paying your car payments when you get a job. They're not going to be paying the rent for your apartment when you get one. They're not going to be paying for your hospital bills. They're not going to be buying you food. They're not going to be the ones laying beside you when you go to sleep, when you're married, when you're old enough. They're just people talking. These people talking, that's all they're gonna be doing. They're just gonna be talking. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I see you were struggling here. Let me help you out a little bit. They're not gonna be the people to sit there and do that. They're not gonna be the ones to try to reach out a helping hand if you need it. They're just there to cause problems and be a distraction. No, my kids will know this less so. If there's anybody you ever need to depend on, it is me. Because for as long as I can, I will be here. If it's money issues, I will help you. If it's school stuff, I will help you. If it's advice, I will help you. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's a sexuality thing, if it's a physical thing, if it's it doesn't matter what it is. I'm your mom. I love you. You can talk to me about anything. I mean, I did carry you inside of me for like 9, 10 months. If anything, we're bonded for life. Freaking love you. You're babies. You don't have to be embarrassed or be shy to talk to me about anything. I know I'm still embarrassed to talk about my dad about certain stuff, like the whole birds and the bees thing. I already have my stuff on that. I have that talk with my dad because I'm not even interested in that sort of thing. Not yet, anyways. But I know there's going to be the time where I'm probably going to have to do that. I should just leave it to the school to do that because I'm pretty sure my dad did that, even though he dabbled in it a little bit. But it's pretty much them boys. They ain't doing nothing good for you. You gonna be a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. That's what that was. That was pretty much from the boys. They're nothing but users. They're not gonna do you any type of good. Which I've come to learn that is sort of true. And it's not like I was just giving up my body because I could. My body is mine and mine alone. I will give it to who's it. And that's still the case. And that's going to be the case with both my son and my daughter, especially my daughter. My daughter is not going to be one of these victimized females. This whole like, oh, he told me I was pretty and that he'd be there for me, that he'd love me, that he'd marry me, that he'd do all this stuff for me. Aaron Murray, you are not going to sit here and listen to some dude's lies so that he can get you out of your clothes. First of all, your mom knew about that 30, 40 years before I even contemplated bringing you into the world. You know about that firsthand because I shoved that information down your throat. They will tell you anything so that they can get what they want. They're like vultures. They will wait and wait and wait. Because if anything, vultures know about delayed gratification. The longer you wait, the better it will be when you get it. We'll know about these mind games that these boys are going to be trying to play, and she will be 10, 20, 30 years ahead of the game. Oh yeah, you pretty. What's up, Aaron? You trying to come to my place later? Nope. Sorry, Trent. I got homework to do. Sorry. You trying to come to the mall with us, and then we gonna go chill at the house and play Xbox? Nope. Sorry, I'm gonna go do some stuff with my mom. With my son. Oh, what's up, Dante? You know, I always had a crush on you. You trying to chill out later? Yeah, I don't know if my mom would like that and actually have, like, I have stuff I have to do. I'm gonna be helping my sister with her homework. Gonna help my dad redecorate the room, some rooms in the house. We're gonna go to Home Depot later. We're gonna go do guy stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to stop them from having relationships because all parents know that trying to stop your child from having a relationship isn't really going to work because they're all going to go to that rebellious stage where they're just going to stop listening to you and they're going to try to do what they want. When they do get to that point, I want them to at least have my words in their head so that they know. I know there's going to be that day where you're just going to be like, I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm old enough to think by myself. I don't need you to think for me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do what I want. I know you didn't want me to hang out with this guy because it's a bad influence on me, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm trying to tell you, I don't want you to get hurt because I already know what the guy wants. I know exactly the game he's trying to play because I went through that my own self. He doesn't want anything but the bod, and once he gets it, he's going to pretend like he doesn't even know you. Not true. He's different. Blah, blah, blah. All this other stuff. Then the next thing you know, she went and got involved with the guy and he did the exact thing that I said was going to happen. She comes home, super depressed, doesn't want to talk, sad, very quiet, stays to herself. Ari, what's wrong? I don't want to talk about it. Ari, talk to me. It's okay. I'm not going to be able to talk to me. You were right. I didn't want to say it. Trent just said that he wanted this and that, and that if I didn't give it to him, then like this and that. And then he tried to force himself on me, but I ended up getting away because of what you taught me and all this other stuff. Now, imagine if you wouldn't have listened to me. You wouldn't have even gone through that in the first place. I'm not going to sit there and make them feel worse about saying, I told you you shouldn't have gotten involved with him. What did you do? You went and did it anyway, and you went and got your feelings hurt, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. First of all, guilt tripping your child is not something you want to do because that will make them feel worse. And two, that's not better. When your child is hurting physically or mentally, don't guilt trip them. Wait until they're completely back to normal to bring it back up and then guilt trip them, because maybe then they'll actually be able to laugh about it and be like, oh my god, you need to shut up about that. It's over now. Yeah. Feeling better, where they're in a good state where they've pretty much already forgotten about it to bring it up. But then again, even then, try not to do that because it kind of sucks and it's mean. But yeah, there's that. Yeah. What else? I have to go soon. Because it's like 1:52 and I forget what time I started the video. My noodles are kind of warm now. Still good though. Yeah, I just want my kids to know about all of the relationship troubles that will come to that age. Because I dipped into that years before I should have even started thinking about that, because I was a curious female and I have very intense feelings. I started dating when I was 12. I had my first boyfriend when I was in the freaking 8th grade. Got my feelings hurt very badly, scarred for life. I was cheated on. The only two females that I talked to in school. Two at the same time. He pretended like he didn't care. They both liked him. They didn't care about keeping their friendship with me. They didn't care that they hurt my feelings. They didn't care that they betrayed my trust. All they cared about was him and the D. They were some horny fools. Back then, even now, I gave no craps about any sort of physical attraction. I knew that you gave me butterflies in my belly and then hot when I thought about you. And you made me think of all this really happy stuff. Like, oh, we could hang out at my house and play with my dog, video games, make stories together, and all this other fun stuff. Stuff the kids think about. Not all when we get back when my parents go to the store or something, we can go upstairs and do some other stuff. That was not in like 12 years old. I'm thinking about arts and craft type stuff. That stuff was not in my mind at all. But these kids nowadays, all they care about is having the new and the best of everything. I didn't grow up with the newest and the best of everything. I was raised without that stuff, and I kind of still don't care about it now. The new stuff that I care about having is stuff that is good for me, stuff that will help me get to higher places in life, like having a computer. I paid for this with my money. My dad didn't have to buy it for me. I got myself a job. I saved up my money, bought myself a laptop. Did the same thing with my bike. Bought myself some clothes, can buy myself food, buy myself art books, perfumes, cups, food, art supplies, hopefully a new phone, because this bad boy needs to be upgraded. Video games. Whatever I might want, I can pay for it my own self. I can even afford to pay taxes now. Boo. Yeah. These things, just a lot of stuff. I could just keep jabbering and jabbering and jabbering about when it comes to that. But sadly, I'm almost out of time. So, yeah. What I'm going to do is get dressed and get ready to go to work. And then I'm going to tackle these 4 hours of work, come home, and maybe make another video because I'll probably be doing. I'll brainstorm some ideas to rant. If it's not a rant video, I might brainstorm some ideas for either another video or something else that I'm probably going to be doing later on this week. Maybe even with some people I know. I don't know yet. Yeah. Um, I guess that's it. It's almost about 2 o'clock now, so my bus comes at 2:30. So I'm going to have to get a move on pretty freaking soon, actually. So yeah. I'm gonna text some people really quick. Get my. I was about to say get my school day started. I am not at school anymore. And get my work day started. Cause I have a job. Didn't go to school yet. Yeah, but I will see you guys later.